I'm in a screen grab here and I'm using Basecamp. Threw them all in there to do some research, listen to the episode. So by the time I'm done with research and setting up Basecamp, I am at least an hour and a half in to this process. So this is about an hour and a half. I've been trying to document it because I want to have a couple of clients that I do podcasts for. And so I want to track my time and I want to get better and more efficient at it. And you can't really apply automation to these things until you've really documented your process and all the different things you need to do. And every time I do this, I'm on version 4 of this project template, but I set up a project template in Basecamp that I've started using maybe 3 or 4 episodes ago. And I'm getting better and better and noting different things. And I think this will work really well. But I just wanted to show you. So I've got docs and files in this project Basecamp where I can put the YouTube thumbnail, the episode square, different things in here that I want to track. And I'm treating every guest like a client. So I share this with them so they can kind of see what's going on, what questions are coming up, things like that. I'm getting better at the process of including guests in on this. But here's my to-do list. I'm just going to go in here. And by the way, I'll just go back. But the to-dos that have dates on them will also show up in your schedule. So all the different things I've put in the to-dos with a due date will show up in the schedule. And then you could add stuff to the schedule too. And today I'm recording, but let's see. Let me go in here. So research and prep, I'm done with this. I used Notebook LM to do research and generate a podcast. Then I drafted questions. And then as far as recording and editing to go, I'm going to record this episode with Riverside. If I had to go set up, that would probably take me, depending on how far I had to travel, say I had to travel 30 minutes, I would set up. I would be there at least an hour and a half early. So if I traveled 30 minutes and was there an hour and a half early, at least an hour early to set up, that would be another hour and a half or possibly 2 hours of time added to this. So I'm going to record the episode with Riverside. I send a Basecamp link. I set up the Basecamp link. I should probably put that as a step. Set up the Basecamp project and send it to the client so they can view the schedule and get updates. And then really, after I'm done recording, there's a step in here, and I'm going to add it right now, but it's basically file management. So create EP folder and put audio and video files in there. And really, I create a folder that's the episode name as the episode number and then the guest name. So for Greg Shove, it'll be 42 Greg Shove. That'll be the folder. And within that folder, I will have an audio folder for the audio files. I will have footage folder for the video files. I'll have a graphics folder for the graphics that I create. And then I have an exports folder, and exporting comes last. So I just spell it XPORT so that it's the last folder in there. And when you get to the export page, like Joey, my good friend Joey from TikTok, who helped me understand doing this folder structure and how important it is. When you get to that export page in Premiere or you're exporting from DaVinci, man, that is a good feeling. And being able to add files to the export folder, that's where I add a full export of the video. I use DaVinci Resolve Studio to do my editing. I've done that with the past 3 podcasts. I love it. I finally paid for it. $235. They had a Black Friday sale. And so I'm no longer paying Adobe a monthly fee to use Premiere. I was paying $50 a month, I believe, $600 a year to use Premiere because I just thought it would be worth it to have the whole creative suite, but I never really ended up using anything else but Premiere. So instead of paying $600 a year, I've paid $235 once for DaVinci Studio, and I love it. I love editing in there, and it's got some great things. Fairlight is the audio editor as well, so there's some great things out of the box. And I'm learning more and more every day. But anyway, so create EP folder and put audio and video files in there. I'm going to put the same date as these other ones, record the episode. So I do that right after I record, and it feels good. It's all organized. So I'm just going to put the 23rd. I'm going to add this, but put it further up in the process. because right after I record, I'm going to do that. And sending a Basecamp link, should probably put that earlier in the process, but I'm just putting it there for now. And then really, and I've got, two other podcasts, and the holidays coming up. So I've got 2 other podcasts to do before Greg. So my first pass edit isn't due till January 17th. So it's 2 or 3 weeks away. And once I do that first pass edit, I create an EP square in Canva. I usually use their LinkedIn profile picture, depending on how good the quality of I was using footage from Zoom when I used to use Zoom. It's just very low quality. So I'm going and trying to find a better quality headshot, or asking the guest for a headshot. Create YouTube thumbnail, same thing. I need a better version of their picture, and higher res version. But the LinkedIn one usually works pretty good if they have a decent profile picture on LinkedIn. And then from DaVinci, I can generate a transcript, subtitles from the video file. So once I have it in there, and that should be a step in here, is to add video files to, I'm just going to add it, add video files to DaVinci. I can say media files. The nice thing about Riverside, it has a high quality audio and video all in one, synced up. So I just have to deal with basically 2 files, and I'm good. And so add media files to DaVinci, Resolve, Studio. I don't know why I'm saying the full name, but DaVinci is good enough. I'm assigning that to me. The due date is going to be, I should just do that the same day. I should just set that up right after I record. So is that today? That's today, the 23rd. So I can just use that. Yep. Add this. So I'm going to move this back up. And let me know in the comments if I'm doing any of this backwards, because I need help here. I'm not a process guy, but I'm trying to do this so that I can do some automations and get what would take 10 hours to do per episode. I want to get that down to at least 8, so shrink it by 2 hours. So I know I have a full day's work total for any episode. So add media files to DaVinci Resolve, set up basically the project, setup project. I'm going to rename this setup DaVinci setup project in DaVinci, and import media files. Then I'm good to go. So if I do that right after, and then this should actually, I'm just going to move this up. Let's go back to the to-dos. I'm going to move this send Basecamp link, because that should be up here. Send Basecamp link. I'm going to put it up in research. So I have not done that yet, and I should do that right after the episode. So I'm going to go back to December 23rd. I'm going to save that. Okay, so it's up there now. And then next step in the process, it's all about the process, brothers and sisters. It's all about the process. I do have a cold. The flu, took some Theraflu last night, and it's messed up. It's messed up. I'm going to power through, because he's a big gun. I canceled before on Greg, and I don't want to cancel on him today. So let me finish documenting this, and then I'll have an hour and a half before, and I'll get ready with preparing the questions. And I usually print them out and put them right here in front of me. I'm actually doing the screen grab using Snagit, if you can believe it. I was going to buy Camtasia, and then I figured out that Snagit can do a screen grab and put the webcam on there. And it's looking pretty good so far. So here we go. The next step, set up project in DaVinci, import media files. That's great. First pass edit. I've got that pushed out to January 17th, because I've got 2 podcasts in front of this. So I had to really push that out. Create EP square in Canva. I can do that. I can create the YouTube thumbnail, generate transcript from in DaVinci. Let's see. I kind of like to do these earlier, so I'm going to create these earlier. I'm going to create these on today. So I'll just be done with them. It's kind of nice to see the EP square. That's the episode square that you see in Spotify, Buzzsprout, wherever you see the podcast. So I'm just going to change that to the 23rd and create YouTube thumbnail. It's kind of fun to see what that would look like, so I may as well make a first draft of it. And that way I can tell how good the quality of the LinkedIn profile picture is too, if I have one from them. And up here, I should put research and prep. I'm going to add a step. I'm going to add a to-do, and I'm going to say intro call with guest. It's going to be assigned to me. And Greg, I didn't really have an intro call with him. Or did I? I think I did. I did. In fact, I had an intro call. I'll have to look on my schedule when I had it, but it was a long time ago. So I'm just going to choose a date. It was earlier this year or late last year. So I'm just going to put January 8th because I took a course from Section, I had a call with him. So that one's done, and now it's going to be part of this process. So that's good. And so intro call with guest is usually first. So that's usually a 30-minute call that I have with the guest. And I did have one with him, but I want to make sure that's in here. So I can turn this into a project template. Now that I'm really getting this down, I'm probably missing some stuff. So yeah, I'm going to create the EP square and the YouTube thumbnail today. That'll get me excited about it. And then I've got 2 weeks or so, 17 days. So first pass, edit, no intro or music. And then I generate the transcript from that first pass edit. Generate transcript from DaVinci, from that first pass edit. So it should be pretty good. And then I can use the transcript with ChatGPT or some other LLM. I think I've been using ChatGPT to generate an intro script. ChatGPT remembers me, knows that I'm the host of Maker Manager Money, knows what's going on there. So use transcript with ChatGPT to generate intro script. That makes sense. Okay. And then record the intro. I have to do that. And then I have to add the intro and the music to the DaVinci file, to DaVinci. Put audio files in there, create EP folder, put audio files, set up project in DaVinci, create EP square. Okay, generate transcript from DaVinci. Use transcript with ChatGPT to generate an intro script, record the intro, add intro and music to DaVinci. And then when that's done, this is the fun part. This is export a YouTube video and Buzzsprout audio file. So I'm basically exporting, I think it's an MP4 and a .wav file from DaVinci, and I can take off Resolve since I'm not putting it anywhere else. From DaVinci. And that is when you're feeling really good. So I'm going to go back to the to-do. So if you've done the research and prep, you've recorded, you've edited the whole thing, and you've exported. That feels good. But this is, let me tell you, this is how far I am at. I'm usually, for every hour of an episode that I record, it's 3 to 4 hours right now to edit the video, take out all the ums and ahs. And I know there's AI that can do it faster, but I feel like sometimes it messes up. And when you do sometimes you need those ums in there because it's how we talk as humans, especially when you're thinking or things like that. I try to take a lot of them out though, and the those kinds of things, and lip smacking, those kind of noises, or too big of breathing, or guests do that, or I do that. And I think it just, man, when you're spending an hour with some audio and you get a lot of, I don't know, weird noises, it tends to take away from the experience. And I'm trying to professionalize the experience. So anyway, recording and editing, that is next. And so, oh yeah, I was going to say that this is research and prep, at least an hour, plus the 30-minute intro call. So that's at least an hour and a half. The recording is going to take an hour. I usually schedule an hour. I want the episode to be less than an hour. I want to get better at that. 30 to 40 minutes would be ideal, but I haven't been that hardcore at editing out parts that maybe aren't that great. And but recording and editing, you're talking about an hour plus 3 to 4 hours to edit. So an hour for recording and 3 to 4 hours for editing. So you're at 4 to 5 hours there, plus the hour and a half of research and prep. So let's say conservatively, that would be 5.5 hours to 6.5 hours you're into it by the time you export. Okay. So 5.5 to 6.5 hours. I'm going to write this down. I'm going to write this down so I can keep track. So 5.5 hours, very conservative, to 6.5 hours. And then generating content. This is fun. So you've got the exported YouTube file. You've got the, I don't know why these are say January 17th and then, generating content. Yeah. Okay. So on the 17th as well, this is when you start generating content. So you upload the video to YouTube and I keep it as unlisted. It's private. It's only people with the link would be able to watch it. And I could share that unlisted one with the guest or the client. Upload YouTube thumbnail. So that has a nice thumbnail with the YouTube video. Upload YouTube link to Swell AI. Once it's uploaded in YouTube and you have a link, you can just, instead of uploading the whole file to Swell AI, which you can do, you could use just a link to YouTube instead, and that's a lot faster. And same to Opus Clip. Upload YouTube link to Opus Clip to generate content clip. And then draft an episode. Then based on the content coming out of Swell AI, I can draft a landing page. I can use the EP square that I created. I can use the transcript from Swell AI, show notes, add different links and bookmarks, those kinds of things, and get that going. So really, I need to start setting up bit.ly links if I'm going to add links to here. So yeah, I need to do that first. Start setting up. So I'm going to say start setting up bit.ly links to LinkedIn, profile, company page, etc. So I'm going to save changes. That's better to put there. So I'm going to go back to generating content. Start setting up. Yeah, so I'm going to put this on the 17th as well. And that way, so I use bit.ly so I can start tracking the links that I put in 6 different places. So if you do a podcast with me, you will get backlinks from 6 totally different websites. And those 6 are from Vimeo, from SoundCloud. Now, a lot of people might not be using those to listen to your podcast, but it'll be there. Plus, your content clips will be in Vimeo in a showcase. So from Vimeo, SoundCloud, from LinkedIn, because I will post content clips on LinkedIn and episode alerts on LinkedIn. From the Maker Manager Money podcast, mmmpod.net, I will post there links to your company, to your LinkedIn profile, your podcast, your book, whatever. And then what have I missed? Buzzsprout has its own episode landing page. So I will put backlinks to your LinkedIn profile from there as well. And I think I'm missing one. So I said Vimeo. So I said Buzzsprout. So I said SoundCloud, LinkedIn, mmmpod.net, and then YouTube, of course, YouTube, because I will have your full video and all your content clips on YouTube. And in YouTube, you can actually put backlinks as well. The only place I can't put backlinks that I know of is Instagram and TikTok, where your content clips will show up. I'm not using Facebook right now. I'm focused on TikTok, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts, as well as putting your video podcast on YouTube. And your video podcast, you can now put those on Spotify as well. So anywhere I can put backlinks to you, I will. Buzzsprout also has a guest profile page. So not only in the episode itself will I have backlinks to you and your stuff, but I will also include backlinks to you and your stuff from your own guest page on Buzzsprout as well. So Buzzsprout, Vimeo, SoundCloud, YouTube, mmmpod.net, Maker Manager Money, and then LinkedIn. From LinkedIn, you can put all kinds of links in. When I do a new episode alert or content clips, I can backlink to you as well from LinkedIn. From 6 different websites, I will have backlinks to you and your stuff. So that's pretty cool. It's pretty powerful for SEO and just getting traction, hopefully. And then I'm creating those links in Bitly so that I can track them. So that's why I put on here, start setting up Bitly links to LinkedIn, profile, company page, etc. I'm going to start setting them up, and I'm going to create a few more when I actually publish the podcast. I'm going to use a Bitly link so I can quickly say, check out Greg Shove's episode on Spotify, Apple, YouTube, and share those links as well. So start setting up those links. That's what I mean by that. And then I'm going to, draft an episode landing page. We talked about that. And then I ask guests for the book they recommend the most to people. And so I create a book page with a book cover, a summary, which I usually have ChatGPT write or some LLM write, and then a buy now link. Eventually I'll get into affiliate marketing. Right now I don't have any affiliate links, but I need to get those set up because I've got, 30 books in there or so right now, and it's an entrepreneur library, and there's some good ones in there. I'm going to start doing book talk videos on each of those books as well. And some of the guests are authors, so their books are in there too. So create the book page and then add cross links from the episode landing page and the book page, so that if you're on the book page, you say who recommended this, you can go to the landing page for that episode. You can listen to the episode right there on the web landing page or wherever you get your podcasts. And then from the episode landing page, I do a link to the recommended book or books. So back to the to-dos and generating content. Let's see. We finished talking about generating content. So this process, and I use a program called Freshbooks. I've been using it to track time, but I would say as a good guess, this is, uploading these videos, generating that content, starting to draft these pages, set up Bitly links. Conservatively, that's another hour. So we're at 6.5 to 7.5 hours right here. I'm just going to say conservatively an hour, but I bet it's an hour and a half. So let's just say an hour and a half. So then we're up to, at this point, we are up to 7 to 8 hours, I believe, before publishing. So next up is Sunday publishing. I like to publish on Sundays. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel like I'm going to church or something, the church of publishing. And Sunday's the end of the week, and at least for me, I like to think of the first day of the week as Monday. So getting something published by the end of the week always feels good. So upload the audio file, the WAV file, to SoundCloud. I update SoundCloud with content and backlinks, so all the copy and backlinks. Probably edit that to say with copy and backlinks. And I could do this earlier so I could go on a walk and listen to it, because I've had hiccups before when I've exported and not listened to it. So I might move this up. So generating content, I'm going to actually just, it's not really publishing yet. I'm going to just call this Sunday publishing. I'm just going to leave it for now. But sometimes I do it earlier, but at least I'm tracking it here in this process. So then next is upload audio file, add transcript and show notes to Buzzsprout, backlinks. I think I should add transcript, show notes, backlinks. I'm going to just say backlinks and show notes to Buzzsprout. I'm just going to put that in there. So we have backlinks there. We have backlinks there from SoundCloud. And then I publish episode on Buzzsprout. Usually I can schedule it, but let's just say I hit the publish button on Buzzsprout, and that distributes it to Spotify and everywhere. YouTube, the audio file to YouTube, and it also publishes to Apple Podcasts and other podcasts places you can listen to. I'm not familiar with all the other ones, but there's a bunch. Okay, publish episode on Buzzsprout. And then I have to go back into the episode landing page that I drafted and embed the Buzzsprout player for that episode on the episode landing page, so you can listen to it on the web page. Buzzsprout has its own player and has chapter markers and things like that as well in there. In fact, when I do this, transcript, backlink, show notes to Buzzsprout. I'm going to actually add another one here, which takes some time. Even though I'm copying and pasting, I am typing the timestamps. And that is add chapter markers. So I use the timestamps from Swell Audio and the text it generates for each of the chapter markers, basically. Add chapter markers to Buzzsprout. That way they're in there. So I'm going to say this is assigned to me, and I'm going to say it's due. What are we doing? Publishing on the 19th of January. So I'm going to add this to do, and I'm going to, because that is a process. That is something that has to happen. So I'm going to add that before we publish too, because that needs to get done. So I'm glad I caught that. 19th. Okay, publish episode on Buzzsprout, embed Buzzsprout player on episode landing page, and then publish episode landing page. And I'm going to go back in the to-dos here and just make sure I put backlinks on generating content, because I'm drafting episode landing page. Show notes, I'm going to say backlinks on here. So that is clear. I'm going back to the to-dos, and then where are we at? Publishing. So let's see, publish episode landing page. So we embed the Buzzsprout player. We publish the episode landing page because now it's in Buzzsprout. It's live on Buzzsprout, so we can access it. To add it to the landing page, and then publish episode landing page, and then change YouTube episode to public. I need to also add content to YouTube, right? Upload YouTube link, start setting up bit links. I should draft the YouTube page too, since it's uploaded. So I'm going to say, take all this stuff. And don't really put the book in YouTube, but I'm going to say generating content. I'm going to add a to-do. YouTube landing page with the EP square, with the YouTube thumb. YouTube thumbnail. I don't need the transcript. I just put the show notes, timestamps, stamps, timestamps, and backlinks. That's what I'm going to do. I don't really put the books on there. Maybe I should. I'm doing affiliate marketing. Maybe I will. So let's just say that for now. And so I need to draft the YouTube page too. Because then on the to-dos, when I come down here, it's already drafted. So all I need to do, update SoundCloud. So Sunday publishing. Change YouTube episode to public. I need to also change SoundCloud to public. SoundCloud episode to public. This will be Kyle, January 19th. Oops, January 19th. What's a new episode? Oh, no, that's here. What happened to it? Oh. Crosslinks, draft. What happened? Draft. Did I delete it? Oops. Oh no, it's there. Save changes. In publishing day, Sunday publishing, post new episode alert. Change SoundCloud episode to public. Post new episode alert on LinkedIn and Insta. It's the end of it. So upload video episode to Spotify. Video episode and thumbnail. It's two different steps, actually, but I just want to make it clear. Sunday publishing, upload video episode and thumbnail to Spotify. Change YouTube episode to public. Change SoundCloud episode to public. Change YouTube episode to public. Upload video episode and thumbnail to Spotify. Publish episode article. Because Swell AI will generate an article based on I need to add a to-do, and that is create article thumbnail under generating content, and that's going to be on the These are all on the 17th. 17th of January. Just Friday. Okay. Create book page. Create article thumbnail. So then I'm ready to go. Okay. So then we're down to Sunday publishing. Publish the episode article. I already generated a thumbnail based on the article title. And then post a new episode. Let's see, publish episode article. So I'm doing that, creating that page and publishing it. And then the rest of it's content clips. So I need to select and edit the best 5 clips from Opus Clip. Make sure the captions look good and the front and back look good, and taking out any ums and things like that. And then I create custom thumbnails for each of the clips. For each clip, just using Canva. Custom thumbnail in Canva. For each clip. And then I'm generating social media copy for all 5 clips using the transcript from Opus. From the Opus transcript for each clip, generate social media copy with ChatGPT. GPT for each clip using Opus transcript for each clip. Generate social media copy for each clip with ChatGPT using the Opus transcript for each clip. Okay, so creating content clips, generate social media copy for each clip with ChatGPT using Opus transcript. Create Vimeo showcase with full video podcast and all content clips. I'm saying 5, but sometimes I'll have more or less. So maybe I'll even back here. Sometimes there's only 4. If it's a short one, there's only 4 really good ones. I don't know. So I'm going to say 4 to 10. Let's say 4 to 8. How's that? Select 4 and edit the best 4 to 8 clips from Opus Clip. That's better. And then I'm back in the to-dos, and let's see what's going on here. I'm still here. Content clips, create Vimeo showcase. Yeah, Vimeo showcase with full video podcasts and all content clips and copy. This is, again, copy and backlinks, again, on Vimeo. Getting backlinks from Vimeo. And schedule posts on LinkedIn and TikTok. That's going to take some time. So what I say, generating content was another hour to an hour and a half. So we were at 7 to 8 hours. And then Sunday publishing, this is going to take me an hour at least. So we're at 7 to 8, 1 hour at least to do all the publishing. I mean, think about posting. Even if you're cutting and pasting, you're doing a post on TikTok, you're doing a post on Instagram, episode alert. You've got the content generated, but you got to copy and paste and hit upload the thing, do alt tags on the image. I don't know. So that's conservative. So we're at 8 to 9 hours once it's published. And then content clips, editing, doing these, scheduling those. And then with the social media schedule, you can see I've got clip 1 posted to LinkedIn, TikTok, and TikTok will repurpose. I'm using repurpose it to Insta and YouTube. And I'm also adding a content clip. So far, it looks like I can only add 1 content clip per episode on Spotify. So I'll add 1 to Spotify, and then I add 1 to the landing page. So that's why that one's different. And then clip 2, 3, and 4, you see the schedule here. Each week I'm posting. It's going to be posted. I've scheduled it up here, but it's going to post on LinkedIn and TikTok with the repurpose to Insta and YouTube. The other issue here, and I'm just going to put it at the bottom, is make sure each post on Insta and YouTube have the right I don't know. I'm going to say, all right, thumbnail, have the right thumbnail. And I'm going to say backlinks and hashtags, because sometimes the tags are different. I mean, it could be entrepreneurship on YouTube and entrepreneur on TikTok. So that has the most videos. So I'm just going to assign this to me, and I'm going to put it at the end so it's always there. So I'm going to put February 18th so that it's just always there in the to-dos. Because this is, again, that's going to take time to do that. Total time to go update the thumbnail. If the thumbnail doesn't come over, I'm debating on whether to embed the thumbnail in or not. Sometimes it automatically doesn't choose the right one. So I've got to figure that out. That's something in my process. But again, we're going to be up to, this is 10 hours. We're at 8 to 9 hours. And then, and that's through creating the content clips, it's going to take me at least another hour or more to make sure everything happens the way it needs to happen. And again, I'm not new. I'm 40 episodes in, 41 episodes in, but I'm just finally trying to professionalize this and get my process down. So thanks for listening today. I don't know if that was worth it or not, but I might post it to Maker Manager Money so that people can see what it takes to do a podcast, and maybe I can get some comments on how to do it better. But I feel like when I get this really buttoned up, that's when I can use Make or Zapier to do a little automation to shave off at least an hour or two. I want to get this down to 8 total hours of time spent per episode. Thanks for listening. Be kind. More life for all, less for none. My name's Kyle Knowles. I'm the host of Maker Manager Money. It's been a pleasure sharing this with you.
Oh, yeah. Oops.
Oh, yeah. There we go. Hope you enjoyed it. I know the listeners in my Roadcaster are really getting into it and enjoying it. So thanks for spending time with me. Oh, yeah. That was so fun. That was awesome. Ooh. I didn't know that I would do that if I did that. I guess there's some reactions here. If I give 1 thumbs up, 2 thumbs up, explosions. What if I do okay? Okay. We're okay. 1 thumbs up, nothing. 1 thumbs up, 1 thumbs up. Just gotta have 2. Oh, yeah. Snagit, you're awesome. Snagit, you're awesome, man. I love Snagit. You got to get Snagit. TechSmith. Go to techsmith.com. They got some cool tools out there. All right. I'm hanging up now.